Spanning from the icy waters of the Arctic to the balmy currents of the equator, the Atlantic Ocean is a vast expanse of blue that holds some of the world's most profound mysteries and marvelous creatures. Today, we embark on a journey to explore this magnificent ocean's heart and the life it sustains. Welcome to the underwater world of the Atlantic, a place where life thrives in all forms and colors. Covering over 20% of the Earth's surface, the Atlantic is the second largest ocean in the world, bordered by land masses that include North and South America to the west and Europe and Africa to the east. This immense body of water is not just a geographical feature, it is a cradle of life, home to a dazzling array of biodiversity. Our story begins at the very foundation of the marine food web, plankton. These tiny organisms might seem insignificant, but they are the unsung heroes of the ocean. Phytoplankton, the plant-like components of this community, produce more than half of the global oxygen supply, while their animal counterparts, zooplankton, feed some of the largest creatures in the sea. As we venture deeper, the Atlantic reveals its more complex characters. The coral reefs, often referred to as the rainforests of the sea, are biodiversity hotspots. Here, every nook and cranny is filled with life. From the parrotfish that graze on algae to keep the corals clean, to the moray eels lurking in the shadows, these reefs are bustling cities beneath the waves. But the Atlantic's wonders don't just reside in the shallows. Descend into the ocean's abyss, and you'll find creatures that defy imagination. The deep sea is home to bioluminescent beings, like the anglerfish whose eerie glow lures unsuspecting prey into its jaws. This alien world, devoid of sunlight, is as harsh as it is fascinating. Despite its beauty and diversity, the Atlantic faces threats from human activities. Overfishing, climate change, and pollution endanger these aquatic communities. Yet there is hope. Across the Atlantic, from the bustling shores of the North American seaboard to the serene beaches of West Africa, conservationists are working to protect and understand this critical marine environment. As we explore further in this series, we'll meet the individuals fighting to save the Atlantic's marine life and learn how each species plays a vital role in the ocean's health and our own survival. Join us as we delve deeper into the life of the Atlantic, discovering its secrets, celebrating its beauty, and unraveling the complex web of life that it nurtures. The journey is just beginning, and every wave tells a story. The vast open waters of the Atlantic Ocean serve as a stage for one of nature's most fundamental and overlooked dramas, the lives of plankton. This chapter dives into the microscopic world of phytoplankton and zooplankton, the foundational elements of the ocean's food web, crucial for sustaining life far beyond their diminutive size suggests. Phytoplankton, tiny plant-like organisms, drift near the ocean's surface, harnessing the sun's energy to produce food through photosynthesis. They are more than just food. They are the primary producers of the ocean, generating an estimated 50% of the Earth's oxygen, surpassing the combined output of vast rainforests and terrestrial plants. As viewers, we seldom recognize that every second breath we take comes courtesy of these microscopic plants. Diverse in shape and function, phytoplankton include diatoms, dinoflagellates, and cyanobacteria, each playing a specific role in nutrient cycles. Diatoms, with their intricate silica shells, form the backbone of many marine ecosystems. Their ability to bloom in vast numbers makes them visible even from space, coloring the ocean's blue with broad strokes of green and brown. Transitioning from the sunlit world of phytoplankton, we explore the realm of zooplankton. These tiny animal plankton roam the ocean currents, feeding on phytoplankton and smaller zooplankton. They range from single-celled protozoans to complex multicellular creatures like krill and small crustaceans. The life cycle of some zooplankton, such as copepods, involves fascinating transformations from larval to adult stages, each adapted to maximize survival in the competitive oceanic environment. The narrative shifts to the night when an incredible event unfolds, the diel vertical migration. Each night, under cover of darkness, countless zooplankton and small fish ascend from the deep waters to feed on surface phytoplankton, returning to the depths by dawn to avoid predators. This massive, synchronized movement of biomass is one of the largest daily migrations on Earth and is crucial for the mixing of ocean layers, redistributing nutrients and supporting diverse marine life. But life as plankton is fraught with challenges. They face threats from environmental changes such as ocean acidification, which impacts phytoplankton's ability to form shells, and rising sea temperatures, altering the delicate balance of plankton populations. The consequences of these shifts ripple up through the food web, affecting everything from tiny fish to large marine mammals, and ultimately, human populations dependent on these ecosystems for food and economic resources. This chapter underscores the profound influence of the seemingly insignificant phytoplankton and zooplankton on global ecosystems. As viewers, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complex interdependencies that sustain life beneath the waves, reminding us of the delicate balance we must maintain to preserve these vital organisms for future generations. The journey through the Atlantic's marine biodiversity begins here, with the smallest drifters that wield the power to shape the ocean's destiny. Seagrass meadows, the lush underwater gardens of the Atlantic Ocean, form a critical but often overlooked part of marine ecosystems. Nestled in shallow sunlit waters, these flowering plants create a serene underwater landscape that supports a wide array of marine life. In this chapter, we explore the vital role seagrasses play as nurseries and sanctuaries for numerous marine species, and how they contribute significantly to the health of the ocean and the planet. Unlike seaweed, seagrasses are true plants with roots, stems, leaves, and flowers. They form dense underwater meadows in sandy or muddy bottoms, where their roots stabilize the sediment, preventing erosion and maintaining water clarity. This habitat is crucial for many reasons, not least because it serves as breeding grounds, shelters for juvenile fish, and feeding grounds for a diverse range of marine organisms. The seagrass meadow is a bustling nursery of the ocean, where species such as shrimp, scallops, and various fish lay their eggs among the protective blades. Juvenile fish find refuge from predators within these meadows, gaining strength and size before venturing into the open ocean. Seagrass beds are also a favored feeding ground for endangered species like green sea turtles and manatees, who rely on the grasses as a primary food source. Beyond supporting marine life, seagrasses are also incredible carbon sinks. They capture carbon dioxide from the environment up to 35 times faster than tropical rainforests. By sequestering this carbon in their leaves, roots, and the surrounding sediment, seagrass meadows play a crucial role in mitigating climate change. Unfortunately, these vital ecosystems are among the most threatened on Earth. They are sensitive to water quality and clarity, which can be diminished by coastal development, pollution, and the runoff from agriculture. The vitality of seagrass meadows is further exemplified by their role in the ocean's nutrient cycles. They absorb nutrients from the water, acting as natural filters and helping to maintain the overall health and clarity of coastal ecosystems. This filtration capacity enhances the biodiversity of the region, supporting species from the base to the top of the food web. Despite their importance, seagrass meadows have historically been undervalued and unprotected. In recent decades, significant efforts have been made to conserve and restore these habitats. Restoration projects involve replanting seagrasses and improving water quality by reducing the input of pollutants. These efforts are crucial not only for the sustainability of marine life, but also for coastal communities that depend on the health of marine ecosystems for their livelihoods. As we explore the serene yet vibrant life beneath the waves in these underwater meadows, it becomes evident that seagrass beds are not just ecological powerhouses, but also key to our fight against environmental challenges. Preserving and expanding these meadows is vital, and their story is a compelling reminder of the interconnectedness of all life, where even the most humble plant plays a starring role in the oceanic ecosystem. This chapter underscores the message that by safeguarding seagrass meadows, we protect a host of marine life and secure a healthier planet for future generations. Coral reefs, often celebrated as the cities under the sea, are vibrant hubs of activity within the Atlantic Ocean. These complex ecosystems are not only breathtaking in their beauty and diversity, but also play a pivotal role in the marine environment. In this chapter, we delve into the intricate world of coral reefs, exploring their formation, inhabitants, and the critical functions they serve both underwater and on the terrestrial planet. Coral reefs start with a tiny organism, the coral polyp. These small creatures, related to jellyfish and anemones, secrete calcium carbonate to form protective limestone skeletons. Over countless generations, these skeletons accumulate, forming the vast, colorful reef structures that host an incredible variety of marine life. Reefs provide shelter, food, and breeding grounds for thousands of species, many of which are uniquely adapted to life among the coral. The structure of a coral reef is intricately layered and serves multiple purposes. The reef's complex architecture provides nooks and crannies that offer shelter from predators and strong ocean currents, making them ideal nurseries for juvenile fish. This protective environment supports an astonishing biodiversity, from the microscopic zooxanthellae, algae that live within coral tissues and provide them with food through photosynthesis, to apex predators like sharks. However, the importance of coral reefs extends beyond their biological diversity. These ecosystems are crucial for the protection of coastlines from the eroding forces of waves and storms. The barrier reefs and atolls absorb the energy of the ocean, protecting the soft shorelines behind them and preventing coastal erosion. This natural barrier is invaluable for the low-lying island communities and densely populated tropical coastlines. Despite their resilience and longevity, coral reefs are extremely sensitive to environmental changes. Rising sea temperatures, ocean acidification, and pollution are catastrophic for coral health. When stressed, corals expel the symbiotic algae living in their tissues, causing them to turn white, a phenomenon known as coral bleaching. If the stress continues, it can lead to widespread reef death, a devastating outcome for the ecosystem. The conservation of coral reefs is now more critical than ever. Protecting these ecosystems means enforcing sustainable fishing practices, reducing pollution, managing tourism, and addressing the broader impacts of climate change. Innovative conservation strategies, such as coral farming and reef restoration projects, are being implemented to rehabilitate damaged reefs and encourage the growth of new coral structures. This chapter highlights not only the spectacular natural beauty and biological richness of coral reefs, but also underscores their vulnerability and the urgent need for protective measures. By understanding and appreciating these cities under the sea, we can better support the efforts to preserve them for future generations. As we explore the complex relationships and the bustling life within these coral communities, we gain a deeper appreciation for one of nature's most magnificent creations, reminding us of the interconnectedness of all life and the critical role humans play in sustaining these underwater worlds. Sponges, belonging to the phylum Porifera, are among the oldest creatures in the sea, with a fossil record stretching back over 600 million years. These simple organisms are not just biological curiosities, they are vital to marine ecosystems for their role in filtering water. Each sponge can pump and filter thousands of liters of water a day, trapping particles that can include plankton, bacteria, and organic debris, thus clarifying the water and enhancing the quality of the marine environment. The structure of a sponge is uniquely suited to its role as a filter. Composed of porous bodies and a complex system of canals, sponges draw in water through tiny openings called ostia, filter out the nourishment they need, and expel the cleaned water through larger openings known as oscula. This continuous process of filtration promotes water clarity and plays a significant role in nutrient cycling in the ocean. Sea anemones, part of the phylum Cnidaria, which includes corals and jellyfish, are sedentary predators with a striking appearance, often resembling flowers. Their vibrant colors and graceful forms belie their predatory nature. Anemones are equipped with stinging cells called nematocysts that they use to capture prey that drifts too close, such as fish and invertebrates. Anemones also play a significant role in the ocean's ecosystems as providers of shelter. Many species of anemones engage in mutualistic relationships with other marine animals, most famously clownfish, which live among the anemone's tentacles and are protected from predators by its stings, which they are immune to. This relationship not only provides the clownfish with a safe haven, but also means that the anemone benefits from the nutrients in the clownfish's waste. Despite their resilience and ancient lineage, sponges and anemones face threats from human activities, including pollution, sedimentation, and climate change, which can lead to changes in the water quality and temperature that affect their ability to thrive. Protecting these organisms is crucial, as they contribute to the structural complexity and biological productivity of marine habitats. Moreover, both sponges and anemones have shown potential in biomedical research. Sponges, for instance, produce a range of bioactive compounds that have been used to develop new medicines, including anti-tumor agents and antibiotics. The conservation of these species, therefore, not only helps preserve marine ecosystems, but also holds promise for medical advances. This chapter underlines the importance of sponges and anemones in marine ecosystems, not only as individual species, but as crucial components of marine biodiversity. Their role in filtering water and providing habitat and protection to other marine life illustrates the interconnected nature of ocean ecosystems. By protecting these fundamental creatures, we safeguard the broader marine environment, ensuring its health and vitality for future generations. Venture into the dark abyss of the Atlantic Ocean, and you enter a world as alien as any imagined by science fiction. The deep sea is a realm of extreme conditions, perpetual darkness, immense pressure, and cold temperatures. Despite these harsh environments, it teems with life, mysterious and often bizarre creatures that have evolved extraordinary adaptations to survive in one of Earth's least hospitable places. This chapter explores the captivating world of deep-sea creatures, their unique adaptations, and the enigmatic nature of their existence. The deep sea, typically defined as any ocean depth below about 200 meters where sunlight fails to penetrate, comprises the largest and least explored habitat on Earth. This zone is characterized by its stark landscape, vast plains of sediment, towering seamounts, and deep trenches that plunge to unfathomable depths. Amidst these features, life thrives in forms and behaviors that are vastly different from their shallow water counterparts. Among the most iconic deep-sea creatures are the anglerfish, known for their bioluminescent lure that dangles from their heads to attract prey in the pitch-black water. The anglerfish's ability to produce light through a chemical reaction is a survival mechanism evolved to attract both mates and unsuspecting prey. This eerie light amidst the darkness adds a ghostly beauty to its predatory tactic. Giant squids, another marvel of the deep, remain shrouded in mystery and are seldom seen. These elusive creatures can grow to enormous sizes, with tentacles capable of ensnaring large prey. Their existence came to the scientific community's attention, primarily through remains found in the stomachs of sperm whales or washed ashore, and only recently have live individuals been captured on camera in their natural habitat. The gulper eel, with its massive unhinging jaw, is another bizarre resident of the deep Atlantic. This eel can swallow prey much larger than itself, thanks to a jaw that can extend and a stomach that can expand dramatically. Its mostly sedentary lifestyle conserves energy, which is crucial in a habitat where food is scarce and every calorie counts. The intense pressure, cold and darkness of the deep ocean have led to a range of unique adaptations. Many deep-sea creatures exhibit gigantism, such as the aforementioned giant squids and other species like the colossal squid. Others have evolved reduced bone mass or gelatinous structures to withstand the pressure. The absence of light has led many species to lose the ability to see color, with some losing their eyesight entirely, relying instead on other senses, such as detecting vibrations or changes in water pressure. Understanding these creatures and their environment is crucial not only for satisfying human curiosity, but for gauging the health of the entire ocean. Deep-sea research helps scientists understand ecological dynamics at these depths, including how deep-sea species contribute to the ocean's overall biomass and how they might be affected by human activities such as deep-sea mining and climate change. The mysterious creatures of the deep sea embody the essence of biological innovation and adaptation. Each species provides insights into the resilience of life and the interconnectedness of ocean ecosystems. As technology advances, so too does our ability to explore these depths, uncovering the secrets of the ocean's most remote environments. This ongoing exploration reminds us of the wonders that lie hidden in the deep, urging us to protect these dark waters as diligently as we protect the more familiar sunny shallows. Whales, the colossal wanderers of the ocean, are among the most awe-inspiring creatures on the planet. These magnificent mammals undertake some of the longest migrations of any animal, traveling thousands of miles across oceans in a perpetual quest for food and breeding grounds. This chapter delves into the migratory patterns of whales, exploring the incredible journeys they undertake and the vital role they play in marine ecosystems. Migration is a fundamental aspect of the life cycle of many whale species. It is driven by the need to access abundant food resources in the cold, nutrient-rich waters of the poles during the summer months, and to return to the warmer tropical and subtropical waters during the winter for breeding and giving birth. This annual journey ensures that they can raise their calves in safer, calmer waters where predators are fewer and the water warmer, promoting the young whale's growth and survival. The humpback whale is renowned for its epic migrations, traveling up to 16,000 miles round trip each year. These journeys from polar feeding areas to tropical breeding grounds are not just feats of endurance, but are also key to their survival, influencing their social structures, breeding strategies, and feeding behaviors. Blue whales, the largest animals ever known to have lived on Earth, also partake in long migratory journeys. Their migration patterns are primarily influenced by the availability of krill, their primary food source, which blooms abundantly in colder waters. By contrast, grey whales have one of the longest known migration routes of any mammal, traveling in groups along coastlines from the Arctic to the warm lagoons of Baja California and back. Whales navigate these vast distances with remarkable precision. They utilize a combination of the Earth's magnetic fields, water temperature, the sun's position, and possibly even the stars to find their way across the open ocean. This navigational ability is a crucial evolutionary adaptation that has enabled the various species to find the most optimal paths for feeding and breeding. Whale migrations are not just spectacular natural events, they have significant ecological impacts. As whales travel, they transport nutrients across the ocean. Their deep dives stir up water layers, bringing nutrients from the deep to the surface in a process known as the whale pump, which supports plankton growth and, subsequently, the entire marine food web. Moreover, through their feces, whales release large amounts of nutrients such as nitrogen and iron, which fertilize phytoplankton. Since phytoplankton is a critical component of the oceanic carbon cycle, whales indirectly help sequester carbon dioxide, mitigating climate change impacts. Despite their size and strength, whales face numerous threats from human activities, including ship strikes, entanglement in fishing gear, and the impacts of climate change, which affects the availability of their prey through ocean warming and acidification. The conservation of migratory routes and breeding grounds is essential to protect these majestic creatures and ensure their populations can recover and thrive. The great migrators of the ocean, whales, play a critical role in the health and stability of marine ecosystems. Their migrations highlight the interconnectedness of global marine environments and the need for international cooperation in marine conservation. By protecting whales, we not only preserve these iconic giants, but also support the broader health of the ocean, underscoring the profound bond between humanity and the natural world. As we continue to explore and understand their journeys, we gain insights into the resilience of life and the intricacies of nature's grand design. Dolphins and porpoises, renowned for their intelligence and agility, captivate the hearts of many with their playful behaviors and social complexity. These cetaceans are among the most intelligent species in the aquatic realm, showcasing remarkable cognitive abilities and social structures. This chapter explores the fascinating world of dolphins and porpoises, highlighting their behaviors, communication skills, and the critical role they play in marine ecosystems. Dolphins are celebrated for their advanced cognitive abilities, which are thought to be second only to humans in complexity. They possess large brains relative to their body size, which facilitate sophisticated behaviors such as problem-solving, self-recognition, and understanding abstract concepts. Dolphins communicate using a variety of sounds, including clicks, whistles, and other vocalizations that serve as names for individual dolphins, helping them maintain complex social networks in their pods. Porpoises, though less studied, share many of the intelligent traits seen in dolphins. They tend to be shyer and more reserved, often inhabiting colder waters. Porpoises use echolocation for navigation and hunting, emitting sounds that bounce off objects and return as echoes, allowing them to see their surroundings with sound. Both dolphins and porpoises are known for their acrobatic flips and spirited play. These behaviors are not just for entertainment, they play a critical role in social bonding and communication among individuals. Dolphins, in particular, are often seen riding the bow waves of ships or surfing coastal waves, behaviors that demonstrate their curiosity and playfulness. Play is a significant aspect of their daily lives, contributing to the social cohesion of the group and the teaching of survival skills to younger members. This playful nature is crucial in a world where cooperation can mean the difference between catching a meal and going hungry. Dolphins and porpoises play vital roles in their ecosystems. As top predators, they help maintain the balance of marine life by controlling populations of fish and squid. This predatory role ensures the stability of various marine populations, preventing any single species from overwhelming the ecosystem. Moreover, their presence in diverse marine environments, from tropical and temperate oceans to deep-sea waters, makes them excellent indicators of ocean health. Observing changes in their behaviors and populations can help scientists identify ecological shifts and potential threats in the marine environment. Despite their intelligence and adaptability, dolphins and porpoises face significant threats from human activities. They are often caught in fishing nets, face habitat degradation from pollution, and suffer from the effects of climate change, which can alter the distribution of their prey. The conservation of these species involves protecting their habitats, regulating fishing practices to prevent bycatch, and maintaining healthy marine environments. Dolphins and porpoises, with their intelligence, agility, and social complexity, are not only fascinating subjects of study, but also key players in marine ecosystems. Their well-being is intrinsically linked to the health of marine environments around the world. By protecting these intelligent acrobats, we not only ensure the survival of a remarkable group of animals, but also preserve the intricate balance of marine life that is vital to the ocean's health. As stewards of the planet, it is our responsibility to safeguard these species and their habitats, ensuring that they continue to thrive for generations to come. Turtles and seabirds epitomize the spirit of oceanic exploration, traversing vast distances across the world's oceans with remarkable resilience and endurance. These creatures are pivotal not only for their ecological roles, but also for the stories they tell about the health of our marine environments. This chapter delves into the lives of these voyagers, exploring their migrations, survival strategies, and the critical challenges they face. Sea turtles are among the ocean's most ancient inhabitants, with fossil records dating back over 100 million years. These marine reptiles undertake extensive migrations between feeding grounds and nesting beaches, some traveling thousands of miles to return to the very beaches where they were born. This remarkable navigational feat is achieved through a combination of geomagnetic cues and possibly visual landmarks, showcasing an innate connection to their birthplace. The life cycle of sea turtles is a perilous journey from the start. Hatchlings make a dangerous dash for the ocean immediately after emerging from their nests on sandy beaches, with only a fraction surviving to adulthood. Those that do survive grow into formidable travelers, contributing to the health of marine ecosystems by maintaining healthy seagrass beds and coral reefs through their grazing activities. Seabirds, including albatrosses, petrels, and gulls, are the ultimate oceanic voyagers, spending the majority of their lives at sea, only coming ashore to breed. Adapted to life in the open ocean, these birds exhibit remarkable flying skills, with some species capable of soaring for hours without flapping their wings. Seabirds are highly adapted to their marine environment, with salt glands for excreting excess salt and waterproof feathers. These birds are crucial indicators of ocean health. They feed on fish and squid, often following marine mammals or fishing boats to catch easy prey. The breeding success and population dynamics of seabirds can help scientists gauge changes in the marine environment, such as shifts in fish populations or the impacts of climate change on ocean currents and fish distribution. Both sea turtles and seabirds face significant threats from human activities. Sea turtles are vulnerable to habitat loss, poaching, and bycatch in fisheries. Climate change also poses a severe threat by altering sand temperatures at nesting sites, which can affect the sex ratio of hatchlings. Similarly, seabirds are threatened by overfishing, which depletes their food sources, and by plastic pollution, which can be mistaken for food and ingested, often leading to fatal consequences. Conservation efforts for these species are as diverse as the animals themselves. Protected nesting sites, turtle excluder devices in fishing nets, and international agreements to protect migratory bird habitats are all critical. Conservationists also work on public education campaigns to reduce beach pollution and disturbances to nesting birds and turtles. Turtles and seabirds are not only survivors from a bygone era, but are active participants in maintaining the vitality of our oceans. They remind us of our shared responsibility to safeguard the marine environment, a critical part of our natural heritage. Protecting these oceanic voyagers ensures not only their survival, but also the health of broader ecosystems, which depend on their continued presence to remain balanced and productive. As they navigate the challenges of a changing world, their journey underscores the need for global conservation efforts to ensure that the ocean remains a place of wonder and diversity for generations to come. Sharks, the iconic predators of the Atlantic Ocean, have long inspired a mixture of awe and fear. As apex predators, sharks play a critical role in maintaining the health and balance of marine ecosystems. This chapter delves into the fascinating world of Atlantic sharks, exploring their diversity, ecological roles, and the threats they face in today's oceans. The Atlantic Ocean is home to a wide array of shark species, each adapted to different ecological niches. From the great white shark, renowned for its size and power, to the more elusive deep-sea species like the Greenland shark, the variety is immense. These predators are found in all parts of the Atlantic, from shallow coastal waters to the deep abyss, and each species has unique adaptations that make it a master of its domain. Sharks are vital for maintaining the balance of marine ecosystems. As top predators, they help regulate the populations of various marine species, preventing any single group from overwhelming the ecosystem. This regulatory role helps maintain species diversity and ecosystem stability. Sharks also influence the behavior of the marine species they prey on, which can have cascading effects throughout the ecosystem. For example, the presence of tiger sharks in seagrass meadows can influence the behavior of grazing species such as sea turtles and dugongs, indirectly protecting the seagrass beds from overgrazing. This complex interaction shows how sharks help to maintain healthy and productive marine environments. Despite their dominance at the top of the food chain, sharks face numerous threats from human activities. Overfishing is the most significant threat, with many species caught as bycatch in fisheries or targeted for their fins, a highly prized commodity in some cultures. This unsustainable harvest has led to the decline of many shark populations, with several species now listed as endangered. Habitat degradation also poses a significant risk to shark populations. Coastal development, pollution, and the impacts of climate change, such as ocean warming and acidification, degrade critical nursery grounds and alter the distribution of prey species. These changes can have profound impacts on shark populations, which are often slow to reproduce and recover from population declines. Conservation of sharks is complex and requires international cooperation. Efforts include regulating fisheries to reduce bycatch, creating marine protected areas where sharks can breed and feed without disturbance, and enforcing bans on shark finning. Public education campaigns also play a crucial role in changing perceptions about sharks, promoting their conservation as vital components of marine ecosystems rather than villains of the seas. Sharks are not just survivors from an ancient lineage, but are crucial for the health of the Atlantic Ocean's ecosystems. Their role as apex predators makes them indispensable in maintaining ecological balance. Protecting sharks is not only about conserving these magnificent creatures, but also about ensuring the health of the entire marine environment. As we move forward, it is imperative that conservation efforts expand and adapt to protect these vital members of the oceanic world, ensuring that sharks continue to thrive in the Atlantic for generations to come. Fish play a pivotal role in the ecological and economic landscape of the Atlantic Ocean, ranging from the small, schooling herring to the massive migratory tuna. These species are critical at various levels of the marine food web, influencing the health of the entire ocean. This chapter explores the diverse roles of these fish, highlighting their importance to marine ecosystems and human societies. Herring are small, schooling fish that play an essential role in the marine food web. They feed on plankton, converting it into a form of energy that is accessible to larger predators. Herring are a key prey species for a variety of marine animals, including larger fish, seabirds, and marine mammals. The massive schools they form provide abundant feeding opportunities for these predators, making them a cornerstone species in marine ecosystems. Their role extends beyond feeding predators. Herring also contribute to the nutrient cycle of the ocean. As they feed on plankton, they process and redistribute these nutrients throughout the water column. When herring are preyed upon, these nutrients are further transferred up the food chain, highlighting their integral role in maintaining ecological balance. At the other end of the scale, the giant tuna are among the ocean's top predators. Species like the bluefin tuna are highly adapted for speed and endurance, capable of crossing entire oceans. Tuna feed on a wide range of prey, including fish, squid, and crustaceans, and their predatory behavior helps regulate these populations to prevent overabundance that could destabilize the ecosystem. Tuna are also economically valuable, sought after for their meat, which is a staple in many diets and a luxury in others, particularly in the form of sushi and sashimi. The high demand for tuna has led to significant fishing pressure, which has resulted in declines in some tuna populations. This overfishing not only affects tuna, but also the balance of the entire marine ecosystem they help regulate. The economic importance of fish like herring and tuna is immense. They support commercial fisheries that feed millions of people worldwide and provide livelihoods for countless communities. Sustainable management of these fish populations is critical to maintaining these economic benefits. This involves setting quotas, improving fishing practices to reduce bycatch, and implementing marine protected areas to allow fish populations to recover. Conservation of fish species in the Atlantic faces numerous challenges. Overfishing remains the most significant threat, exacerbated by illegal fishing practices and inadequate management in some regions. Climate change also poses a growing threat, altering ocean temperatures and currents, which can affect fish distribution and reproductive patterns. From the tiny herring to the giant tuna, fish play crucial roles in the Atlantic Ocean's ecosystems and economies. They are fundamental to marine food webs, helping to maintain ecological balance and supporting human communities. Ensuring the sustainability of fish populations through effective management and conservation strategies is essential for maintaining the health of the Atlantic Ocean and the welfare of those who depend on it. As we continue to explore and understand these roles, our efforts to protect these vital resources must evolve in response to changing environmental conditions and human needs. Seals and sea lions, collectively known as pinnipeds, are charismatic marine mammals that inhabit coastlines and cold waters across the globe, including the vast expanses of the Atlantic Ocean. These animals are crucial for the health of marine ecosystems, playing significant roles both as predators and as prey. This chapter explores the fascinating world of pinnipeds, their ecological importance, and the conservation challenges they face. Pinnipeds are uniquely adapted to life in both aquatic and terrestrial environments. Seals, such as the harbor seal and the gray seal, are more aquatically adapted. They have sleek bodies and spend a significant portion of their lives in the water, coming ashore primarily for breeding and molting. Sea lions, like the California sea lion, are more social and vocal than their seal cousins and have external ear flaps and the ability to walk on land using their large flippers. These animals are key predators in marine environments, feeding on a variety of fish, squid, and, in some cases, smaller marine mammals. Their hunting strategies can be sophisticated, involving cooperation and herding techniques that showcase their intelligence and adaptability. Pinniped reproductive strategies are particularly notable. Many species exhibit breeding behaviors that include gathering in large colonies on shore, where males often compete fiercely for territories and the right to mate with females. This social structure plays a crucial role in their life cycle and impacts the genetic diversity of populations. Females typically give birth to a single pup each year, and the nurturing period varies among species. Maternal care is intensive, with mothers often fasting and dedicating all their energy to feeding and protecting their offspring until they are ready to fend for themselves. Pinnipeds serve as vital links in marine food webs. As mid to upper level predators, they help regulate prey populations, which in turn influences the health and stability of marine ecosystems. Furthermore, pinnipeds are prey for higher level predators like orcas and large sharks, integrating them into the complex food web dynamics. Their presence on land and interactions with the marine environment also contribute to nutrient cycles. The areas where they haul out and breed accumulate nutrients from their waste, which can significantly affect local and regional terrestrial environments. Despite their adaptability, seals and sea lions face numerous threats. Climate change impacts their habitats through changes in sea ice patterns, affecting their breeding grounds and prey availability. Pollution, particularly plastic waste and chemical pollutants, poses serious health risks. Additionally, entanglement in fishing gear and direct competition with fisheries for resources lead to conflicts that often result in lethal outcomes for pinnipeds. Efforts to conserve pinniped populations include protecting critical habitats, regulating fisheries to prevent bycatch, and implementing rescue and rehabilitation programs for injured individuals. Public education plays a crucial role in changing perceptions about these animals, promoting coexistence and highlighting their importance to marine ecosystems. Seals and sea lions are indispensable residents of the Atlantic's coastal ecosystems. Their roles as predators, prey, and ecosystem engineers underscore the interconnectedness of marine life. Safeguarding the future of pinnipeds is essential not only for maintaining biodiversity, but also for the health of global marine environments. As we advance in our understanding and appreciation of these fascinating animals, it is crucial to continue and expand efforts to protect them and the complex habitats they inhabit. Human activities have profound impacts on the Atlantic Ocean, with overfishing and habitat loss standing out as two of the most critical threats to marine biodiversity and ecological balance. This chapter delves into these pressing issues, exploring their consequences for marine life and the broader environmental implications, as well as highlighting ongoing efforts and necessary actions for mitigation. Overfishing occurs when fish and other marine species are caught at a rate faster than they can reproduce. This unsustainable practice not only depletes fish stocks, but also disrupts marine food webs, affecting species at all levels, from plankton to apex predators. In the Atlantic, overfishing has severely impacted species such as Atlantic cod, bluefin tuna, and many species of sharks, leading to dramatic declines in their populations. The effects of overfishing extend beyond the immediate reduction in fish populations. It can lead to genetic changes in remaining populations, where smaller, less reproductively capable individuals survive, potentially reducing the long-term recovery ability of stocks. Furthermore, overfishing often involves bycatch, the unintended capture of non-target species, including seabirds, marine mammals, and turtles, which can have additional detrimental effects on marine ecosystems. Habitat loss in the Atlantic Ocean is primarily driven by coastal development, pollution, destructive fishing practices like bottom trawling, and climate change. Coastal development results in the alteration or destruction of mangroves, estuaries, and wetlands, which are crucial for the life cycle of many marine species. These habitats act as nurseries for young fish and as refuges offering protection from predators and harsh environmental conditions. Pollution, particularly from plastic waste, chemicals, and untreated sewage, further degrades these vital habitats. Plastics can smother marine environments and entangle animals, while chemicals like pesticides and industrial runoff can poison water and organisms. Climate change compounds these impacts by causing ocean acidification, rising sea temperatures, and altering ocean currents, which can lead to coral bleaching and the loss of biodiverse habitats such as coral reefs. Addressing these challenges requires concerted international cooperation and effective management strategies. Marine Protected Areas, MPAs, have been established in various parts of the Atlantic to curb overfishing and provide refuge for recovering species. These protected areas, when well managed, can enhance marine biodiversity and biomass. Sustainable fishing practices are also critical. These include setting fishing quotas based on scientific data, improving fishing gear to reduce bycatch, and enforcing stricter regulations to prevent illegal, unreported, and unregulated IUU fishing activities. Additionally, habitat restoration projects are increasingly being implemented, aimed at restoring mangroves, coral reefs, and other vital marine habitats. The impact of human activities such as overfishing and habitat loss on the Atlantic Ocean is profound and far-reaching, threatening not just marine species, but the health of the entire ocean ecosystem. Mitigating these impacts requires a multifaceted approach involving regulatory measures, conservation initiatives, and international collaboration. By understanding and addressing these challenges, we can work towards a more sustainable and resilient Atlantic Ocean, ensuring its health and productivity for future generations. Despite the daunting challenges faced by marine ecosystems, there are numerous conservation success stories from around the Atlantic Ocean that offer hope and demonstrate the effectiveness of dedicated efforts. This chapter highlights some of these inspiring cases, showcasing the recovery of species, restoration of habitats, and the successful management strategies that have made a significant positive impact. One of the most heartening success stories is the recovery of humpback whale populations. Once pushed to the brink of extinction by commercial whaling, humpback whales have made a remarkable comeback due to international conservation efforts, including the 1982 moratorium on commercial whaling imposed by the International Whaling Commission. Today, many humpback whale populations have grown to such an extent that some have been removed from the endangered species lists, illustrating the power of robust regulatory frameworks and global cooperation. The Chesapeake Bay in the United States provides an example of successful habitat restoration. Once suffering from severe pollution, overfishing, and habitat destruction, concerted efforts over several decades have begun to restore its health. Initiatives such as reducing agricultural runoff, restoring oyster populations which filter water, and enforcing fishing regulations have significantly improved water quality and increased the biodiversity of the bay, proving that damaged ecosystems can recover if given the chance and the right support. Another inspiring story comes from Belize, where the Barrier Reef Reserve System was once on the UNESCO list of endangered World Heritage Sites due to threats like coastal development and oil exploration. Through the government's commitment and community engagement, measures were implemented to protect the reef. Regulations restricting harmful activities were enforced, and in 2018, the site was removed from the endangered list. This success underscores the effectiveness of policy enforcement and community involvement in conservation efforts. The recovery of the bald eagle, America's national bird, from the brink of extinction is another uplifting story. By the 1960s, bald eagle populations had plummeted due to hunting, habitat loss, and the widespread use of the pesticide DDT. The banning of DDT in 1972, along with habitat protection and reintroduction programs, helped populations rebound. Today, bald eagles are a common sight in many parts of North America, symbolizing wildlife recovery and conservation success. These conservation success stories from around the Atlantic Ocean provide valuable lessons in resilience, stewardship, and the positive impacts of conservation initiatives. They highlight the importance of sustained efforts, international cooperation, and community involvement in tackling environmental challenges. While significant threats remain, these successes demonstrate that positive change is possible and offer hope and motivation for ongoing and future conservation efforts, ensuring the protection and preservation of our natural world for future generations. The path to marine conservation is fraught with challenges, yet it is buoyed by a rising tide of hope, driven by technological advancements, increased global awareness, and stronger legislative frameworks. This chapter explores the hurdles that lie ahead in the quest to preserve the Atlantic Ocean's ecosystems and the promising developments that suggest a brighter future for marine life. As the global population continues to grow, the demand for marine resources intensifies, putting unprecedented pressure on the world's oceans. Overfishing remains a critical concern, threatening the sustainability of fish stocks and the balance of marine ecosystems. Climate change adds another layer of complexity, altering ocean temperatures, acidification levels, and current patterns, which in turn affects marine biodiversity at all levels. Habitat destruction, another significant challenge, continues at an alarming rate due to coastal development, pollution, and harmful maritime activities such as bottom trawling. Additionally, the growing problem of plastic pollution poses a severe threat to marine species through ingestion and entanglement. Despite these challenges, there is substantial hope for marine conservation, largely fueled by technological innovations and expanded research capabilities. Remote sensing technology, satellite imaging, and improved data analytics allow for better monitoring and management of marine environments and help in enforcing regulations more effectively. Advances in genetic research provide new insights into the biodiversity of marine life, enhancing our understanding of ecosystem dynamics. This knowledge is crucial for developing targeted conservation strategies that are more effective and sustainable. The increasing recognition of the ocean's critical role in global ecology has led to more robust international cooperation and policy making. Initiatives like the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 14, which aims to conserve and sustainably use the oceans, seas, and marine resources, are part of global efforts to address marine and environmental challenges. Furthermore, more countries are committing to establishing marine protected areas, MPAs, which have proven effective in restoring fish stocks and protecting marine biodiversity. These areas provide a refuge for endangered species and allow ecosystems to recover and thrive. Community involvement and education are key to the success of marine conservation efforts. Local communities often bear the immediate impact of marine degradation, but also stand to benefit significantly from conservation initiatives. Engaging these communities through educational programs and involving them in conservation planning increases local support and improves the effectiveness of such initiatives. The road ahead for marine conservation is challenging, but not without hope. As society's understanding of the importance of marine ecosystems deepens, so does its ability to address the threats they face. By harnessing innovative technologies, enacting strong policies, and fostering community engagement, there is significant potential to mitigate the impacts of human activities on the oceans. The combined efforts of governments, researchers, communities, and conservationists are crucial in steering the future of marine conservation towards a sustainable and prosperous direction, ensuring the health of the Atlantic Ocean and its diverse inhabitants for generations to come.